All right, Charlie.
Same, mate.
It's not it.
That's the same as that, yeah.
Oh, it's the same.
We'll get other tape around, we'll fit it in a minute.
Oh, sweet. This morning, I think it's exactly the same as the other. I think he literally ordered it. It's a used one. This is one we use all the time. This is Keithy's one. We just ordered this one. It's a spitting image of this one. It's a discorator. We're hoping to get through every bit of ground with these this year. Wherever we go with this tool, there are noticeable gains in the field. Wherever, it doesn't matter where we go with it. The yields are always up after using this tool. But it's a slow tool. You can only go so fast with it, and it's only so wide. It's 3 meters wide. It's ever so heavy on the tractors. You've got to have your weights on. It lifts the, you know, it's all about drainage for us because we're on the heavier land. It lifts the dirt, breaks the dirt up. You've got a set of discs behind, and then a packer. This is the key to it all. This roller on the end here. They do like a corkscrew roller, but the moment it even just becomes a little bit tacky, it just packs with dirt, and then you've got a problem. This one keeps itself clear pretty nice, Keithy tells me. Keithy does all the disc-rating, so he's going to have to give me a lesson on it. But I think they're pretty much identical by the looks of things. That's going to be a good tool. It's a tool that gives you something back. You know, you spend a bit of money on it, but it gives you yield back. So it's something that gives back a little bit. You've got to spend money on points and whatever. And Farmer said he's these bearings that hold the discs on from McConnell are mega money. But we found a supplier who literally does them at literally not even a quarter of the price. I think it's like, it's ridiculous. At like 10 pence. Oh, they're just way cheaper, but we'll talk about that another day. It's actually now the weekend. I haven't driven this tractor since literally we were rolling with it back in, oh god, back in May. We're doing a little bit of disc. It's just still too hard. It's a little bit too hard to go discorating, and we don't really want to break equipment by trying it. So we got a bit of weather coming in next week, so we're just going to wait, see how much rainfall we get, see what it does to the ground, see if it softens it up a bit, and then we're going to go with 2 discorators after that. But it is letting us use the discs are pretty good. You know, we're able to get across with the discs, and we just want things wherever we've got winter crops. We just want to move the top layer of dirt. We want to get the volunteers growing. We want to do all that. So take this tractor up to Alistair's, is where Keithy was at, and we're going to have a little go for the day. Got plenty of fuel, plenty of AdBlue. They actually came in the summer and did an update on this thing, and I just want to see what sort of improvements they've made. Keithy said the gearbox is better. He said there's an improvement on the gearbox, and it doesn't do that running away thing that it was trying to do all year, apparently. So we'll drive up there and see how it does. If you were coming down the gears, it used to rev up. It was just a bit unnerving. You'd be coming down the gears in traffic and it's trying to actually run you ahead. It was but apparently that is fixed now, so we're gonna see how it does. First thing you notice whenever you get in this thing is how quiet it is. It's ridiculous. You can barely hear the engine. Keithy's been working it pretty hard. It's had its first service. There are still a couple of issues. One with the brakes, temperamental. It's not every single time. Tries to pull you to the curb under the brakes. There's no feel to the brakes. It's sort of all or nothing, and a big jerk to the left. That is still an issue, and the speed derating, and that's to do with this brake pedal apparently. That's still an issue as well. So he said though he's been using the discorator, and Keithy did say that, you know, the power is there. We sort of didn't know whether it had the power of his old one, but he seems to think, well, under load, you know, it does pull well, and it's just as powerful as his other one. And it's still quite a new tractor. It's not even got 1,000 hours on it yet. I think it's about 600 hours on it, something like that. So but I imagine it should be it should be bedding in soon, I'd have thought. You know, they say these new tractors, they'll give you a bit more horsepower back the more hours you get on them, but we'll see. Way up, there we go, there's the brakes, look. It's a big old thing on the road as well. Right, anyway, we'll get up there, get loads, get set up, Whoa, flipping out, brakes, Jesus. We're over at Alistair's. Young Hamish and Charlie, they were actually, the stubbles for the oats were pretty long this year, so farmer had the combine set a little bit higher than he had the stubble set high to reduce the amount of material going through the combine, but it left the stubbles higher. Keithy thought they weren't doing quite a nice job with the discs, so Charlie and Hamish, Hamish is Alistair's son, they came out yesterday, just topped the stubbles off. You know, it's a nice, quick, easy job. They just run the topper straight over it. Left it nice and short. It'll all incorporate into the soil quite nice. We're still going to head here with the discarators if we can, as long as weather permits. We're still quite early, but we just want to get the top mixed about, mashed up, you know, get the volunteers growing. Rain coming next week, so we're hoping that soften things up a little bit for us. Got to remember what I'm doing with this thing. I haven't got it picked right up. Okay, I remember. That's it. Oh dear, I love it. Just a bit of trial and error with this thing. Keithy must have had it set differently to me, but I think I got it set pretty nice now. It's yeah, with this I just work the in between the middles, and basically get the tractor set so this tyre runs up the row, and you look back, you want 2 or 3 discs overlapping. But yeah, this, you know, what a bit of kit this thing is. Keithy's obviously had it all summer, and we never really get a chance to sit on with Keithy, so I've had to just come and get on it myself on a day off and just see what it does. Let's go up again. They came in the summer, did a full service. With that service came a load of software updates. It took all afternoon. It wasn't a quick job. They come and did that. We were really hoping for a gearbox fix. What was happening is if you were downshifting, and we'll try it now. Let's just see what it does. But on the drive up here, it seems, you know, 10 times better with the gears. Where are we going to go? I don't want to go there. I want to go over here. Come on, monkey, get on there. With any GPS, you've got to learn your way. You've got to learn how the tractor steers in. You can change all the settings, how vicious it comes onto the line, all sorts like that. Let's just downshift. On the downshift, I've noticed it straight away. The downshift is nothing like what it would do is rev up, and the tractor would actually start running away with you, and it was quite if you weren't used to it, it was quite unnerving, you know, especially coming down into traffic on a roundabout, stuff like that. And on the drive up here, I don't know if it's just my imagination, but it does feel a little bit more pokier. I don't know if it's just me imagining it or what, but it definitely does feel slightly pokier. So the only things outlying on this tractor now are, right, and we get it every morning, I don't know what it is, you come away from the tractor, you come back to it, and this stupid handbrake, I don't know why they added it, I just feel like it doesn't need it. It's the handbrake down here, but it won't let go of the handbrake. You have to go on and off with the switch, on and off, press the brake, on and off, forward, backwards, forward, but then suddenly it will release it. I don't know what that is, but that's been like that from day one. It's one of the ones we've forgotten about as well. The other problem is, it's done it already, look, it's gone down to 40 k's. And it's something to do with this brake pedal switch. There's some sort of sensor on there, and the Massey guys did tell us that they were trying to get it fixed, but they hadn't done. That was back in the spring. Whether they've got a fix out for it and we'll get it in the winter, I don't know. Oh, the braking issue is still there. The brakes on this thing are horrible. There's only one way to say it. You press the brake. It's not every single time. Sometimes you press the brakes and it's okay, and then you'll get a couple of times you'll press the brake, nothing, something's coming, nothing, bang, on come the brakes. Tractor shifts one way to the it's always to the left, and it's been like that from day one, and it's still a problem. So that's the only 3 little issues I think there is with this thing. Apart from that, you know, they haven't stopped us doing anything. it's a beautiful machine, really. It's super quiet in here. They're the only bad points. Keithy's had the tractor all summer, so I haven't really had a go with it, but those are the ones he always talks about. He said the other noticeable thing on the disc aerator, and we'll be on the disc aerator next week. We might even be on this tractor. Keithy's got some hedge trimming to do, so we might even be on this tractor with a disc aerator. But he said the other noticeable thing is the hydraulic power to lift the back end. He said you press that button, it lifts it out the ground. There's no like slowness to it. It's boom, it's up out the ground, let's go, ready to go. So anyway, there we go. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on the 8S tractor. The gearbox thing, I don't know, it doesn't seem as bad, and it definitely is on the road. It's definitely noticeable better. I'll keep you posted with that. But quiet, man. I got this set to 1500 revs. We're using, look, 20 litres of fuel. What speed are we going? Hang on, I've been going a little bit faster now. I've been going about 11k, 25 litres. So about the same as Peter's tractor was pulling it. And you just want two of your discs overlapping on the outside. Not doing too bad a job. It's hard out there, it's hard everywhere, but you know, I'm glad to be back in it. I haven't used it since the spring, so I'm back in heaven. Cab is ginormous on this thing. Mental. Right, I'm going to finish off this field, start a new field. One thing these tractors do well, you want to grab a line, look, press the button, it's on there. That free version, that bolt-on kit, that's the only thing bad with that. It's quite difficult to get it to grab the line. Once it's on there, you know, it's dead straight, and I do mean dead straight. There we go. Anyway, so what are these? These were oats last year, so we're hoping if we can get them in and we get the fields turned around in time and get the disc aerators through them and getting enough volunteers grown, then we're hoping to get these back into winter wheat this side this time, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. I think plant date for that is end of September. So yeah, first week of October, end of September, that's when you sort of want to be looking to get winter crops in, farmer tells me. So we've got a month to see if we can get things growing, and we've got some rain coming, so it should do something. And with 2 disc aerators going, we'll cover the ground, no problem. Everything else that we're not going to put into winter, we can cover the disc aerator afterwards. Oh, we fixed the disc as well. Farmer got the fitting on there. Apparently that fitting holds all the weight of the 2 globes on there. There's 2 globes that take the shock out the wings. You pressurise it, you open your wings up, you see, and you open them up until you get up to about half the dial. But all the weight of those 2 globes, which are full of nitrogen, is held on that one fitting, and the fitting let go. That's what you saw. We get these last 2 niggles sorted out. It's a, you know, the braking one is something we really want to get sorted out. That thing that drops us to 40k is annoying. You just have to keep scrolling up and push it back up to 55. It's just annoying because you'll be on the road and then all of a sudden you've got no power because it thinks it's trying to come back down to 40k. But there we go. Alright. There goes Amola. He's just working on the next field for me. Let me turn this down. Just working on the next field over there. Helpful to keep the keep everything ticking. I just been driving this thing for a while now, and I'll show you firsthand. We've got a field here split in half, so there's a track that runs all the way through. So when we get to it, start coming down the gears. What we're in, we're in 3D. Look, coming up to the track. You just watch the revs on here. That gearbox issue is still slightly there. It's not as, it's nowhere near as bad as it was, but it is still slightly there. So I'm going to knock it down a gear. So it's still It still does it, just very slightly, but nowhere near as bad. Before it was going but it is still there, very, very, very slightly. You don't notice it. I didn't notice it on the road at all, not even a little bit, which is our biggest complaint, really. Yeah, it hasn't gone away completely, but whatever they did, they were heading in the right direction. I'm just going to put this back down. This rides on float, so you have to set the float up in the screen on this one. We'll just go to the end. I'll show you one more time. Right, we're coming to the end. I don't usually knock her down that on the headlands, but we'll just do it for. There you go, look. Pick her out the ground. I need 3 hands. Oh yeah, I'm not going to make that turn now. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a loopy-loop. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you that issue. It's not an issue. Well, I wouldn't call it an issue now, but it's probably a gremlin. But they've obviously been working behind the scenes, and you know, who knows, the next, where are we going then, mister? No, I don't want to go on that line. That's another thing that to me, that doesn't make sense. Why would I want to go back down the line I've just been up? I would have thought these GP, you know, they're so bloody smart. Why doesn't it know where I've been? Let's do it again. Where are you taking me this way? No, back down the wrong one. And I know on here it's pre-selected it, but why would I want to go back down a row I've already been down? It should know, it should be smart enough to know I've been down that row, I'm going to want to go down the next one. It's done it again. Bloody thing. That's annoying. I wish they would just sort of have some sort of smartness to them to know, oh, he's just been down that row, he's going to want to go to the row next door. And just sort of preempt the fact that I want to go, you know, you're working your way. I don't know, I'm blabbling on. But with how smart these things all are, you know, you'd have thought they'd have built that in. You never really ever want to go down the same. I know you can. I know you should be able to override it if you want to go down the same one, but you know, it should automatically think, right, he's been down that one, he's going to go down this one next. Simple. Yeah, you know, this thing's quiet, comfortable, got the stereo in here, beautiful digital radio. It's just when you get to the ends here, it dabs it now. Instead of a big rev up, it just dabs it. Which, although it's still a little bit annoying, it's nothing like annoying as it was before. You get to the headland sometime, it'll rev up, you think you're going through the edge. Oh, Christ. But a beautiful tractor, Keithy's been using it. There was something going on. I'm going to have me off the seat. This little grill here, down here, where the engine takes its air, that got blocked up a lot, especially during haymaking. Keithy had to kept getting out and just literally brushing it off. It would tell him that the filter's clogged up. And the filter itself actually clogs up way more than we thought it ever would. I don't know about that, but yeah, we've already had a brand new filter, and Keithy was blowing it out daily, that filter. So yeah, one of those things. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to crack on, put the stereo on, and I've got to reverse back now because I'm talking to you lot. So, oh, just one last thing. I want to say thank you to Anna for my new hat. Thanks, Anna. Hamish is out there just finishing off that field there, done a nice job. Always leaves a little thin strip when you're working your way to the middle, but that doesn't matter. Right, picked it up nice that time. Just drop the disc in. Yeah, apart from that, you know, you couldn't ask for a better place to sit. Christ. Farmer used to talk, Farmer always goes on about being in the old county, being boiled to death in a horrible noisy cab with no air conditioning, the noisiest engine you've ever heard, and I'm griping about little things. Not right, is it? Right, there we go. The other thing I was supposed to tell you about this was the in the summer we had a seat sensor going off. Keithy was having to jump up and down on the seat. Kept thinking he was out the seat. They came, you know, they were, you know, they're very good. The guys come out and they put a brand new sensor in there. It seemed to work for a couple of days, then it started going off again. And in the end, anyway, it turned out to be the actual wiring harness. We haven't had a problem since.